Now to the coronavirus outbreak. The U.S. is reporting its deadliest day of this pandemic so far. More than 4,300 deaths were recorded across the country yesterday. It marks the second time in the last week that COVID deaths have surpassed 4,000 in a single day. So far this month, more than 34,000 Americans have been killed by the virus, putting it on track to become the deadliest month of the pandemic here in the United States. Governor Newsom announced today that more vaccines are on the way throughout the state. He also said that people ages 65 and older will now have priority when it comes to getting vaccinated. Fox 5's Ashley Jacobs is live for us in Kearny Mesa tonight with details on how much that will cost and also how soon that could happen. Ashley.
Andrew, good evening to you. The county is prepared to spend $100 million to increase the vaccination process with hopes of being reimbursed with federal dollars. Now, County Board of Supervisors Chairman Nathan Fletcher says a budget will not hold up who gets the vaccine.
That's what we're doing today, announcing everybody 65 and over.
In a video released on Twitter Wednesday, Governor Newsom announced an increased effort to get vaccines out of the freezers and into people's arms. People 65 and older will be prioritized as demand subsides among healthcare workers who remain in Phase 1A. Newsom has set a goal to see 1 million additional vaccines administered by the end of this week, with more than 36,000 dentists now added to the pool of healthcare providers who can administer the vaccine.
We want to reach those individuals 65 years of age and older that are at high risk, and if they contracted COVID-19, they would have severe complications.
Locally, reaching people in that category will take time.
There's funding challenges, there's staffing challenges, there's siting challenges. It is a complex thing.
Right now, there are just over 200,000 COVID-19 vaccines in the county, but there are 620,000 people who need to be vaccinated in the first tier. Now, in San Diego County alone, there are about 500,000 people aged 65 and older added to that group.
Everyone is doing everything possible to ramp up and get as many, and we will certainly continue that.
The county was the first in the state to launch a vaccination superstation earlier this week, and now others are following suit. Right now, 4,000 people per day are being vaccinated in the East Village, with a goal of 5,000 vaccinations per day by the end of the week. And if you're curious just how many people have been vaccinated so far, keep in mind there is a lag in reporting the number of completed vaccines due to paperwork and other circumstances. So the numbers are actually higher than what the county reported to us today. But so far the numbers stand. 80,000 people have been vaccinated and 13,000 have had their second shot. Andrew?
All right, Ashley, thank you very much. Taking a look at some other numbers here in San Diego County. We are now past 200,000 cases of COVID since the start of this pandemic. Today, county officials announced more than 3,200 new cases of coronavirus, which officially puts us past 200,000 overall. And 54 more deaths were also reported, raising our total to nearly 2,000. Just more than 1,800 people have been hospitalized right now with the virus, including 425 who are in the ICU.